Hi, my name is Lauren Fields. I lead the domestic litigation team here at Roth Davies LLC. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the 12 steps of divorce. Step 7, negotiating a divorce settlement. In order for any divorce to be recognized as legitimate, action by the court is required. That being said, a divorce does not need to go to trial. Actually, most divorces conclude with a settlement agreement between the parties that is approved by the court. Settlement can happen at any time before the divorce ruling, yet it turns out to be more probable after the discovery stage. After discovery, each party gets a clear understanding of all the salaries, debts, and assets. This permits the lawyers to achieve work with both parties to the acceptable terms for both sides. Settlements can resolve one or each of the 3 noteworthy segments of a divorce: property division, support obligations, and child custody, after both clients begin to see the big picture concerning each spouse's income, debts, and assets. This allows the attorneys to work together with their clients in opposition to reach agreeable terms. Settlements can resolve one or all 3 of the major components of a divorce. Property acquired during the marriage is considered marital property and must be divided as part of the divorce action. This might include the spouse's home, vehicles, and retirement accounts. Much like marital property, debts accrued during the marriage must also be divided fairly among the spouses. The most common form of marital debt is a mortgage on the spouse's home. The court will decide how to divide the assets and debts in a way that results in a fair division. When it comes to their property, spouses are the experts. The spouses know their property more than anybody else, making this a prime area for agreement and settlement. This is particularly true when the spouses have a deep personal attachment to various property or specific plans for other items. The court will hear all relevant considerations regarding such property, but at the end of the day, the court alone is going to make the decision regarding which spouse received which property. This motivates most couples to work out agreements that each are happy with, rather than risking the court issue a division that might not serve in either party's liking. This part of the divorce proceeding is a key area for settlement. Marital property and debts must be divided as part of the divorce proceedings. Marital property is property that accrued during the course of the marriage, rather than before or after separation. Common marital property includes the marital home, vehicles, and retirement accounts. Debts acquired during the marriage are also considered to belong to the couples together. The most common example of this is a mortgage on the marital home. These assets and obligations must be divided in a way that's fair. The court refers to as an equitable division. Spousal support and child support are both pertinent when proceeding with a divorce. Spousal support may be referred to as maintenance or alimony. The purpose of spousal support is for the spouse to maintain a lifestyle that they lived throughout the marriage. Although spousal support is not appropriate in every situation, circumstances that involve spouses that have been married for a long period of time may raise the importance of spousal support. This is especially true when one spouse has decided not to work and instead focuses on raising children. In this case, the court does not want to punish the spouse who may be supporting the marriage in ways other than financial support, so support in that case will probably be awarded. Awarding spousal support often allows a spouse to progress through financial stability after the divorce. It can also help with attending school or training that will aid in re-entering the workforce. Child support is quite different from spousal support. First, child support will almost always be required in the marriage with minor children. Kansas has a formulaic method of calculating a presumed child support amount, adopted to make support obligations more consistent and less controversial. This formula uses the income of the parents, the custody arrangements, and other factors to arrive at a presumed amount. Thus, the amount of child support is much easier to calculate. This leads to it being an easier source of an agreement so long as custody is agreed. The final facet of a divorce proceeding is usually the most difficult to reach an agreement upon. Each parent will likely have strong, unchanging preferences on child custody. The residence of the children will affect where they go to school, the holiday travel plans of the parents, and countless other aspects of each spouse's family life. Even in joint custody arrangements, dividing holidays, summers, and weekends can prove to be difficult and emotionally challenged. As a final barrier against an agreement, certain custody schedules can directly alter the amount of child support a parent owes or receives. These factors come together to make child custody the most contested portion of most divorce negotiations. Child custody is investigated with an extraordinary examination by the court. Regardless of whether parties are completely consent to a custody plan, the court must consider what is in the best interest of the children, and the court has the ability to decline an agreement. The court will likewise utilize this metric if custody cannot be settled upon a preceding trial. This makes custody understandings progressively vital because the parents and the court must all agree. Considering that custody can directly affect the amount of child support, it is key to come to an agreement on custody.